Welcome to Across the Desk with Elizabeth Plouffe. I have to move up a little bit. My guest today is Monica Graves, the fantastic owner of Glamjulz, a local business here in Burlington. Although you're all over the Chrisley place, so you're like
I try to be.
Canada.
I'm all about the global domination.
I like it. I like it. A woman with purpose. My purpose is to bedazzle everybody.
Exactly.
So welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Sun's shining today.
It is.
Yeah, good energy.
I didn't have to take my vitamin D today because I thought, I might actually see the sun at some point. Versus having to take artificial sunshine. Because that's too much fun. But you're wearing another gorgeous piece today.
Oh, thank you. And it's got a little rose on it. You know, because this is a little hope for spring that's going to come early.
Has it even
wearing
left?
my rose every
seriously,
day.
The weather's been so weird. It's been like El Springio or whatever you want to call it. Don't spit your tea out.
It's delicious tea, by the way.
Good old black pecan.
Love it.
So we're here today to talk about Glamjulz, which is your custom jewelry business.
Yeah.
Which is fabulous.
Thank you.
And I will put my little news in here.
Do it!
I'm doing it!
Are you surprising me with something?
I am surprising you. So, we're going to give a little backstory. And this might be one of the goofier podcasts because we just have fun. But a few months ago, I hooked Monica up as a keynote speaker for an event with the Halton region. And she did an amazing job talking to the artist entrepreneurs in the room about her experience and why she went from employee to entrepreneur and what that journey was like and what have you. And we met for breakfast after. And she presented me with this, it's the most gorgeous necklace I've ever owned. And it is, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like it's like my Wonder Woman tiara on a string.
I like that description.
Yeah, it is. So it's gorgeous and purple, and I'm not really a bedazzly kind of girl. And the nice thing about it is that it does have that little hello without being a leopard spotted cougar hello, you know. So I was hosting a workshop on hypnosis, and Cochico got a hold of it. And Cochico said, we'd love to come and interview you and talk to you about this workshop that you're going to be hosting. And so it ended up actually being the person presenting the workshop got interviewed, but there were bits and pieces about my office in it, and I'm trying to get a hold of the video. But because I was going to be on camera in my mind, because, it's all about me, I got my bedazzling necklace on.
Good girl.
And I ended up getting a photo op, or whatever you want to call it, where they filmed us sort of fake talking, and I turned to the camera for all to see my bedazzly Wonder Woman tiara wonderment.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I can't wait to try and get a hold of the video, because I'm going to promote the crap out of it and say thank you so much to Glamjulz.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a fashion credit.
Well, yeah, nothing like Cityline and all the other high value people that you've been.
You're more important. That's good.
Wow. Cheers.
I've known you longer.
30 years. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the reasons I love your jewelry so much is that when we got to chatting at the Halton Region event about Glamjulz, because Monica and I lost touch for quite a while, it was your story about empowerment. And I want to touch on that later, but that was one of the reasons I wore that necklace that day, is because every time I put it on, it's like my whole Wonder Woman gear in a necklace. So I got my tiara, my little cuffs of bullet whatever thingy, and my lasso of truth, and I can't wear the kick-ass boots or the bustiers because I'd knock an eyeball out, but that's how it makes me feel every time I put it on.
Great.
Yeah, so that was kind of the goal. So we're going to go back to that, because there's a real reason behind that story, but we're gonna throw it back on Friday.
Oh.
To Monica as a little girl.
Yes.
I could pull up the soundtrack, because I got soundtrack music just for Monica, and I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it or not, but
love George.
You do love George.
Oh, yeah.
I could not find. I should. While you're talking, I'm going to look for another one that will be even more poignant. But so we're going to go back to you as a little girl, And I see the pictures on Facebook. You were remarkably cute.
Oh, thanks. I can send one over if you like. The dream in my eyes.
The dream in your eyes of becoming. So that's what the first question is. Tell me about Monica growing up and what you wanted to be, because it's a really cool story.
That's a loaded question.
So
share. I can share a lot about that one.
I know you can.
You know what I wanted to be?
I do.
I wanted to, this is not how you maybe think I'm going to answer the question, but I wanted to be free. Yeah. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. So when I was in kindergarten, this is like grade 1 hasn't even started yet.
Right.
I think I had my first or second recess where they send you out for fresh air or whatever. And I was in the parking lot. Oh, I don't know why we were in the parking lot, but it was the 70s. Go through the parking lot.
That's where you play
cars
that
to
works.
Get to the playground. Yeah. And I remember looking down at the ground and seeing all these little pebbles on the ground. And I said, you know what? If I could sell 1 million of these little pebbles for $1 each, I'd be a millionaire. And then I was having
like
that was my first thought. That was my first like entrepreneurial thought. And I said, if I did that, then I wouldn't have to go to school anymore because I'd be brilliant and everybody would want to learn how I did it. I could pay my parents' house off so they wouldn't have to work anymore.
How old are you
We
at
could
this
go
point?
to Disney World every year. I'm 5.
Did you get held back a number of years or something? That's deep
I'm 35
thinking.
in kindergarten.
I'm thinking, because that's really
but that,
deep
honestly,
thinking in the whole kindergarten brain. Because I was like, ooh, that pace looks good. And you're like, how can I take over the world now?
Yeah, but honestly, I remember that thinking like, this is doable. I could do this and I could get out of here. Why am I here? I don't want to be here in school. It's stupid.
What kind of sucky school did you go to?
I went to a great school. I went to Woodside Public School in Oakville.
Oh I know where that is.
Yeah, right behind the library. Now it's a French immersion school.
I used to have guides at that school.
It was a great school.
I went in for guides and I got kicked out of guides, full disclosure. After 2 years, they're like, we don't think you're fitting in. You don't really like to do what you're told. You tie your knots wrong.
See, maybe you had a better
double
idea.
Salute to you. In an ironic twist, became a Girl Guide leader and was put in charge of developing young women.
All right.
Anyway. Was not my dream. Okay, so 5 years old, you're taking over the world. You kind of remind me of like Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Do you know that cartoon?
Oh, yeah, I don't know it well, but I do know the character. I can picture the character.
And Narf always asks, or Pinky always asks the Brain, what are we going to do? What we do every night, Pinky. We're going to plan to take over the world.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The voice is much better in the cartoon. That's not did not want to be a voice person when I grew up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take over the world.
So I'm going to take over the world.
You're going to steal all the pebbles from the school.
So, yeah, and I'm going to sell them for $1 a piece and I'm going to pay off my parents' mortgage, pay off, anything, and so we can all be free and just do whatever we want and life will be
a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. So
that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Nope.
Well, you're selling pretty pebbles now.
Yeah, I'm selling pretty pebbles now. But no, that didn't happen. But it's amazing. It was a thought that never ever left my head. Mm-hmm. So I ended up doing the opposite of that. When I was in high school, I don't know if you want to go there yet, but
it's your childhood.
I had my very first. Oh, we got construction going on outside.
Do we? That's super awesome.
Yeah. And
I'm just a bad driver.
Oh yeah, no, he's right there.
Oh, but I love it. All right, we're going to power through.
We have a few more people on our podcast that expect it. So when I was in high school, I decided that I wanted to do something creative, and I was always artistic. I enjoyed lots of different media, and so I thought, well, I love rock stars, and I love music, and why not paint rock stars on T-shirts in 1985 and sell them to my fellow friends in high school, at Blakelock High School. So then people started asking me, for more things than just, rock stars. They wanted like their cat on a T-shirt, or they wanted, a movie poster on a T-shirt or whatever. So I was doing that, and I was selling the T-shirts for $25 a piece. And they were actually
85.
Yeah, I was 16.
2016 dollars. That's a lot of cash.
Yeah, it was great. My first customer, if he's listening, was Dave Cox. I did an Elvis T-shirt for him. Do you remember him?
I do.
Yeah.
And
I still have the receipt. I think actually that T-shirt I wasn't charging. Oh, maybe I was charging tax. It was $16.05 or something. And I have the $10 bill framed.
Do you really?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so full disclosure, high school was a little bit upsy-downsy for me as far as so if I don't remember something, don't be offended.
I wish I'd known you better then. I would have recruited you to help me paint shirts. I needed the help.
I'm not very artistic in that capacity.
It's okay.
I can talk up a good storm, but give me a paintbrush and it might look like, really strange 5-year-old did it. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I sold it. I sold the T-shirts in the school store, which was great.
Yeah.
The TAB.
Oh my God. What was it called again?
Tabard, yep. And then from there, I decided that a couple of years went by. I was doing a few craft shows selling my T-shirts. I was on the cover of the Oakville Beaver.
Cool.
Yeah. That was so fantastic to be like 17, 18 years old and see your face in every news, like every newspaper box, you know? That was pretty neat.
Nowadays you're like online.
Yeah, nobody really reads a newspaper. Well, some people do, but it's not as...
I get the Burlington Post.
Yeah.
I always thought the Oakville Beaver was a bit of an odd.
Yeah, a little bit strange. Yeah.
Really?
Couldn't think of anything else. Okay.
Moving on.
So I did that, and then I decided one summer I wanted to exhibit my T-shirts at the CNE in the Arts and Crafts building. So I took out a student venture loan, and the loan was for $4,000. And with that $4,000, I paid for a booth fee for 21 days, because it was in the summer. Bought all of my materials, all of my paints, sold my shirts, did not have any clue on how to market myself, how to do any of that stuff.
Anyway.
But I did it anyway. And I paid the loan back. And I worked out that over that 21 days, I had made 75 cents an hour. I think that was my profit. But it was, what a great experience, like for a teenager to, just put yourself out there like that and see what happened. No idea how to build a booth, none of that stuff.
Chick.
Yeah.
Ballsy chick.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that was my first taste of entrepreneurship. And I was also the babysitter of my street, but we don't have to talk about that. I think I had like 8 kids under my wing at all times when I was in the summers. But
like a little empire.
Yeah, it was good. Any way I could find to generate something was good. But because I hated school so much, I thought, well, if I go to school, I'll take early childhood education because I loved kids and I thought teaching kids would be great. Kindergarten teacher, that's what I wanted to be. And then I fell into a job. Yeah. Then I fell into a job at Canada Post. And I was 19 years old, right after high school. I was making something like $32,000 a year, which was a lot of coin. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'm here. I'm not moving. Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Take a lock.
Yeah. So I stayed there for 18 years. And I went back to Sheridan College, did my business diploma, and Canada Post paid for it because I wanted to move my way up in the company, get into sales. I wanted to take over the company. I had started...
global domination on Canada Post.
Yeah, exactly. And working for a monopoly has helped me now. See? Now I know how to operate as a monopoly. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so I did this job and I felt so confident and I really saw myself going places. I had already started the jewelry business, but on a small scale. It was, just sort of messing around with beads and just trying something new, bringing in a little extra coin. And then the best thing ever happened to me, which sounds like the worst thing. I had a boss that second-guessed everything that I did.
I had one of those.
Made me feel incompetent. Yep. All that stuff. And then I was in a car accident where I was very badly rear-ended and had to take a leave from work. And had those things not all
sounds
collided,
super duper.
yeah, I wouldn't be where I am today, because it was in that time away that I realized, you know what, this hobby, this jewelry hobby, has to become a little more than
you found your passion.
than that. Yeah, found my passion and started making my exit plan.
You just take your pebble and shove it up your nose.
Yeah, that's
out
right.
of here. Stick a stamp on that, big boy.
Yeah.
Cool. So how long now has then Glamjulz been a full-time gig?
So actually Glamjulz was born officially in 2000, and it's been a full-time gig for me since the end of 2007.
So 9 years.
So yeah, 9 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's 9 years.
Yeah.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Good for you. So that's a heck of a journey, because you came from a very. I'm gonna sneeze.
That's okay.
I can hold my nose. You know that thing that you do when you look up?
I know.
I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. Yes.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna push boogers out my nose. But you went from a very left brain industry, because you were, I think you had said like project management and sales development and all that kind of stuff. Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a jumper. And then you had a whole shift. And I mean, if you don't understand, sorry, listeners, the left brain, right brain situation, I reference that a lot because I find it fascinating. Because the left brain is your very logical, step-by-step processing information part of your brain. And then you have the right side of your brain, which is very art, creative, thought, not provoking, but thought creation and all that kind of stuff. And the vast majority of the population fall into a dominant of one side or the other. And then there's the very few who fall sort of in the middle. And I don't mean this as a shameless plug, but I actually fall in the middle. And it sounds as though if you were to do a left brain, right brain assessment, you probably do too.
Yeah, and I feel like that is a real gift, because I can get just as excited about an Excel spreadsheet as I can about designing a new piece of jewelry. It's a bit of an illness.
It's sad. I walk into a Staples. It's like an addiction.
Did you really love the movie The Matrix for that reason? Like I loved that movie because of when they're looking on the screen and you see all the it's just like the computer, the data, but it creates a picture. Like it is, when they look at it, they see the visual of.
I'll have to go back and watch.
You have to watch it again.
Yeah. And it's one of those movies that I've never sat down and watched it. I don't believe from beginning to end. It's always been, a Saturday at 3:00 and I'm not feeling well, so I'll kind of flick through it.
Yeah.
It's never
watch it. It's a good left brain, right brain movie.
Exercise?
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
I did watch. Anyway, we'll get into that because we could talk movies forever. Speaking of movies, I have queued it up, so it will happen at some point.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we've gone into that. So you've started in 2007, full-time Glamjulz. So what has it taken? Because I know you've had a lot of really good press. You've had a lot of celebrities wearing your jewelry. It is unique. I've never seen anything like the pieces that you create. And the one thing that I really love about them is that they are multifunctional, which most pieces I would say are not.
Right.
And you take the time to show people the different ways that they can style it, and it sort of frees you up to be creative with it. So I've worn mine as a single strand. I've worn it doubled, almost like a choker. I've worn it, all kinds of different ways. So, and I know you do, and I've got tons of pictures of those too, which we're going to show. But I know you do like your drop. It's like a chain that has a jewel bobble at the end. I don't know how else to explain it. What would you call that little?
Like a drop, like a pendant drop kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not as single. Like the cool thing is that it's a conglomeration of color and shine and pieces and whatever that come together. And then you've got the gorgeous one you're wearing today, which is where it's the chains, the loops, almost like a magician's loops pulling it together.
Yeah, and this one you can wear as a belt also.
I need a smaller piece of my anatomy before I do that. But cool to know. And then the one that I have, and I have sensitivity to metal, which we had talked about.
Yes.
So I'm going to, quick story. So Monica and I meet for breakfast. She's presenting me with this gorgeous necklace that she made for me out of, you called it rhodium?
Rhodium, yeah.
Because of my weird skin and sensitivities to metal. And for whatever reason, I pulled a broken necklace out of my purse, and it happened to snap somewhere. And Monica's like, "Oh yeah, hand that over." Pulls like a toolkit out of her purse and fixes my broken necklace during breakfast. And I'm like, kind of like Inspector Gadget of jewelry.
And you know that's because you're special, right? I never fix other costume jewelry. I'll fix ours, but nobody else.
But yeah, so that's not a service that she offers.
Yeah.
But we came to your studio. When was that?
Oh, that was Christmas time. Was it? I had my open house. Just before Christmas.
Just before.
Yeah.
I love your studio.
Can I make a plug here?
Absolutely. Tuesdays from 10
to 6. My
next
movie I'm starring as. No. We have now our studios open every Tuesday from 10 to 6.
Yes.
Treat Yourself Tuesday. But, and you want to mark your calendar for this, on February the 9th, the hours are a little different. So we're open from noon till 8 p.m.
Okay.
And what it is it's a pre-Valentine's sale.
Ooh.
So we're going to offer...
for the dangly earrings that you're...
Well, we'll have our Valentine earrings, but we'll have other stuff too. So we have very good friends of ours, Christie's Gourmet Gifts. We've known them I've known them for years and years, and they make beautiful chocolates. So we're going to have chocolate tastings from them.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
No. Okay. I'll bring you a peanut butter sandwich. You're not allergic to peanut butter if you're allergic to chocolate, I hope. And then the other part of that day, which our customers love, is we do something called a bin sale. So you've been to the front of our office where our showroom is, that's where our latest collection is. So that day, all of our latest collection will be with tax included, which is phenomenal.
Right.
Then you go into the back, into the warehouse section. Yeah, Elvis. Where our blue leather couches are, Elvis head, Iron Man, all the special people are there. And we have tables and tables of bins that you can just rifle through.
Seriously?
And there's like earrings for $5. There's necklaces that used to be $150, now they're $40. You know, there's good. It's like the treasure hunt of Burlington.
Oh, I'm in.
It's amazing. Yeah,
send me links. You haven't been promoting that. You've been doing.
You know what? It's how much I love MailChimp. It's like my little secretary. So while you and I are sitting here gabbing, MailChimp 1 hour ago sent out the Valentine.
Is it just the promo just starting today?
Yeah, I just did say because it's February the 9th. So yeah.
So she is located off of Appleby.
Yeah,
on South Service.
Mm-hmm. So it's between Appleby and Burl Oak on the South Service Road. So you have to actually go to Harvester to access South Service.
Yeah.
And it's 5100 South Service Road, and our unit number is 23.
Will Boink be there?
Yes, Boink will. My little fur child.
So when you go into the complex, and this isn't part of the podcast, but when you go into the complex, you have to travel to the back of the complex, and Monica is over on the left-hand side. There's tons of parking. And it's
southeast corner,
you can go and gaze upon her
tons
Wonder
of
Woman
parking,
collection.
but also the parking is a little annoying. So just be patient and
careful.
Yeah. Come anyway. Don't let the parking discourage you.
But you've got your beautiful front studio, which is beautifully lit, and I've got tons of photos from that. And then you have your Wonder Woman Xanadu homage.
Yeah.
But the other cool thing is that people can actually see you making the jewelry.
Yes.
Will Natasha?
Yeah. Natasha will hopefully be there. And Dawn and Maggie, they both make the jewelry all day. Yeah. So they'll be there making jewelry. Yeah, and hopefully Natasha, my killer sales girl, she just had a baby. Yes. So hopefully she'll bring the baby. Yeah.
I love babies.
Yeah.
Babies and Boink.
That's right.
Boink's awesome.
Yeah.
So we've gone from you being very artistic and going to take over the world in your early life to a corporate life that made you realize that maybe your right brain was a little more important, which was very cool, to launching Glamjulz full-time. And I know you are a consummate professional in going out to a variety of events across Ontario and into Quebec. Was Quebec with the visit with your mom, was that another show as well?
That was visiting customers. So I have a really great store that carries our line in Quebec City and then Montreal also.
Nice.
Yeah. But as part of the adventure, my mom said, why don't we spend a night at the Ice Hotel?
I saw.
And, it was so great because I snuck some nice pictures of our spring collection on ice.
Do it. But that's awesome.
It was
but
great.
That's what I find amazing. And and I'm wondering I'm gonna watch the time here. As a female entrepreneur, do you find, well, actually, because your market is women. Mm-hmm. So actually, men, if you're listening and you need a really unique, beautiful piece, do you create as well, though, which I haven't asked you before? If somebody were to come to you and say, this is what my wife is like, this is what my girlfriend's like,
yeah,
these are some of her passions, these are some of the colors that drive her, she reacts to this and this, do you sit down and do that kind of consultation
all
with
the
somebody?
time? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, all the time.
Because that, I think, it means so, and that's one of the things I love about the necklace that you made for me, is that it was made for me.
Yes.
I've never had anything like that before.
That's great. I love that. And I love that you say that, because that's really what I'm all about. It's funny.
Tell me the empowerment story.
and the whole thing too, like, because growing up, I liked fashion, obviously. I was into it, but I was more into not doing what everybody else was doing, right? I'm looking at all your equipment around here. I was more into like creating, or I was always more fascinated with things that nobody else had. I'd rather support the underdog than wear Nikes because everybody else is wearing it.
Agreed.
And that's a product of coming from parents that said, you're not wearing that. We're going to a Salvation Army and you're going to pick out your wardrobe.
High five!
Love that.
Yes.
I didn't get what I wanted. And if I did want something, they said, okay, so that means you have to babysit for these many hours.
That's what I had to do too.
And that's what makes you an individual, unique person. And this is the thing I love about my business is I find that those are the women that I'm attracting. I'm not attracting women that are into labels and all that. I'm attracting women that want to show the world who they are. And that's what it's all about. Like, let's use this jewelry as a vehicle to show,
which I love,
show the world who you are. Because you're not, that's all any of us have that's different is ourselves. So why not celebrate that every day, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that. And it's not just the story, though. It's your passion behind your drive to give that feeling to women that I absolutely love. Mm-hmm. And so what drove it then? Was just you understand how important it is to you to be unique? And so I
think so. And I think I also, like when I really think about it, I think of how isolated people can feel when they don't fit in. Right?
Oh, true that.
So if you're, whatever, and I mean, mostly this is like public school, high school stuff, but I remember that feeling of all the kids are wearing Roadrunners. And when I finally did get a pair, they weren't skin tight because there's no way my parents were letting a 11-year-old show off their butt. So, I got the Roadrunners, but I didn't feel cool like everyone else.
I was one of the kids that had to lie down on the bed with the coat hanging.
Yeah. See? I wasn't allowed. No way.
Yeah.
But
my parents were a little more freewheeling.
Yeah. But I remember that feeling of like, oh my God, I don't fit in. And then when I finally got to grade 9, I started seeing kids that wanted to look different. I was like, now this is cool. Yeah. And then at that time, it's like just a visual thing. You see kids that look different, but then you get to know these kids and they're kids that are different. And then you start to draw that out of each other. And that's a cool thing. It's not a bad thing to be different, right?
I'm trying to remember not to do my resting bee face.
Oh, you're so funny. No, you're smiling all the way.
Okay, so there's two things there. One is I had a podcast, and I told you this beforehand, with my good friend Hazel, and I have my studious paying attention face, and I thought it was a studious paying attention face until I downloaded the images because I take some photos during the podcast, and I realized it was like a resting bitch face. And it was kind of intimidating and scary, and I thought that I had a little aha moment going, I wonder if that's why I scare people. I have such an intense look, and it's because I'm very into what somebody's saying. So I said that to Monica, and she's like, that's okay. I'll give you big, scary smiles to remind you if you're doing scary bitch face. Oh. But it's funny because when I go back to high school, and again, vague memories because there's a lot of stuff going on, but I would have, and I remember, and I look at the pictures in the yearbook and whatever that I see of you, I never would have thought that. You were one of the people that did fit in and sort of had it all together, and you hung out with the cool kids, and honestly, and I'm only I think I'm a year behind you.
What year are you born? What grade are you
70.
in?
What grade am I in now?
Yeah.
I'm the grade of old lady
you're
now.
You're a year behind me.
Yeah. But you would have been one of the people that I would have looked to and said, oh, she's got her stuff together, and, people were drawn to you, and I never would have looked at you.
But was it in a good way or in a negative way? Like, okay, no, I don't mean to say in a negative way, but...
No, you weren't snotty.
Okay, that's
so,
good.
I mean, we all have the people that we look back on in high school and go, wow.
And those are the people that I'm thinking of that were really into...
No, not at all. Because I don't... It's with affection that I say that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't me looking at you going, wow, what a piece of work.
Yeah.
But I never would have looked at you and said, she doesn't feel like she fits in or what have you.
Right, okay.
And what I find interesting about that is that while we think we leave that feeling behind in high school, I don't think we do. And even through your 20s and 30s, now in my 40s, I really don't, I care.
Give a
rat's bum.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I don't want to ever make anybody feel uncomfortable. And I don't want them to feel devalued or what have you, but if somebody doesn't like me because, like my jacket today I got at a used clothing store, my shirt got
I love
given to
that
me
jacket, by the way. It's making me very jealous.
Lock Street in Hamilton. Can have it. I will always wear a mix of used and what have you. And I had somebody say to me a while ago, you shouldn't tell people that you wear used clothes. And she said it with the best of intentions. But it never would have occurred to me not to. And I said, well, why not? And she said, well, because people will judge you differently. They won't take you as seriously, and it changes their perception of you if they know you're wearing used clothes. And it had never occurred to me that would ever happen. I
completely and totally disagree with that.
Have at her.
I'll tell you something.
Tell me.
I'll tell you something right now. So there are people... And again, with no judgment, there are people that can afford to buy themselves a new wardrobe every season. And a new wardrobe every season can be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. Right?
Sorry.
If you're buying the new shoes, the new tops,
mackerel.
the new...
Never done that.
Okay, yeah. And when I was working at Canada Post and I was hobbying and I didn't own a home or anything, I would easily drop $1,000 a season on a new wardrobe.
See, now you're one of those girls that I look at and go,
Now, I want to spend my money on experiences, travel. I want to invest more money into my business.
Yeah.
The last thing on my mind, even though I'm in the fashion business, is going out and buying myself a new wardrobe. Yeah. So what I do is my husband loves Value Village. If I see something there I liked, I would totally get it.
Yeah. 40% off sale coming up, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I also have a friend that is so amazing to me. She gives me her clothes when she's
I have one
done
of those
with
too.
It. Yeah, and I love wearing them because they mean something. Like, and I also have networked with a couple of clothing designers that are very gracious and give me pieces to wear to promote them.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it's just a change. And you saying that, I mean, let's get real about having your own business. It's not like cash is flowing in all the time. There are some months where you're going, okay, how are we paying the rent? And if somebody says to you, would you like a $200 sweater that I just can't wear? You're going to reject that.
No.
Or, you see something for... Like, we have to do what we have to do. But I think I'm going from you and I having coffee when we hadn't seen each other in a while, and you told me, I got this jacket. I said, I loved your jacket. You told me that you got it at Value Village. It's like, right on, girl.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that you're not, I got it at this exclusive, whatever. But I mean, that's fine too. I wouldn't care if you said that either, but I think either way is okay.
It is, and I'm not saying that
real.
Yeah, it was just interesting. Yeah. But to go back to what you were saying, we're getting a little off the business topic.
Yeah.
But women do come up against that in business, and that's I'm going to segue a little bit into that. That you would think, you would hope that women would be there supporting women, which is one of the things that I love about your business, and that one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast is to help male or female, and promote their business. And you would hope for the most part that people would have that mindset, that they would be about, how can I help you? How can I make it better? And let's work together. But there are those that let perception or personal issues get in the way, And that can be about appearance. Mm-hmm. That can be about where you got your stuff or what have you.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. I don't do that. If you came up to me and said, I just got these, whatever. Bra and underwear, I draw the line at.
Yeah.
That should be spanky new.
Yeah.
But,
Me too.
You're probably not going to show me your bra, so that's okay. So I wouldn't, but I know that people do, and I think that can get in the way. And I think that happens in business as well. You have perceptions of people. And I've run up against it. I'm sure you have as an entrepreneur, that you've run up against people who try to take your power.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
In a variety of ways. And I don't mean that in a high school kind of way, but they try and undermine. I had a meeting with somebody 2 years ago when I was looking at launching my MCV communications business. Mm-hmm. And so for that, I do healthcare, and I focus on healthcare businesses because that's my background, but I work with a wide variety, but I do social media and communication strategy and writing and editing and whatever. So I went to somebody who I thought was a good connection, who I thought would have, I guess, my best interests at heart because we had worked together. He knew who I was, what have you. And wow, what an eye-opener. He spent the entire conversation basically telling me that I sucked, that I would never get a job, that he would never hire me, that what hope did I have of launching a business, never mind being successful, and,
Wow.
Yeah. So there's, it was an eye-opener.
Yeah.
Real eye-opener.
It is. And I think that's the great thing, when you're in, whether it's your own business or a career or just anything that you're passionate about, when you have passion behind you, you really start to learn about yourself and what makes you tick. And sometimes I think it can be scary because you take risks based on what you're feeling in that moment. And maybe 2 years down the road, you go, why did I do that? Or what? But,
imagine life if you hadn't.
If you didn't have it. And also when you have passion behind you, it's okay when you meet people like that because they may throw you off the rails for a little bit, but your passion and your fire always brings you back in line. And any failures that you have, they are not failures.
They are experiences.
They are experiences, and they teach you something about yourself that you didn't know.
I didn't have the passion then to withstand that on my own, and I didn't quite understand what happened. And it wasn't until I spoke to a seasoned communications pro who said, he was sandbagging you. Mm-hmm. And because it would never occur to me to do that to somebody, it always, every time, and I'm a bit of a sucker that way, it always takes me by surprise when that happens. Now, I could use some bad language, but now it would be like, if I had Taylor Swift queued up, it'd be like, shake it off. Like, I've crap bigger than you, little lad. So,
oh yeah.
If you want to go
That's
that way.
That's the best part about getting into your 40s. Like, I feel that so much. I had, this week, I had an offer, and I won't say who, but it was like with a big TV show to do something. Yeah. And I thought, okay, if I was in my 20s, I'd be jumping for joy. I'd be, oh my goodness, I have to do this. Mm-hmm. And I had an interview with them, and I just said to them, okay, so how much is this going to cost me? How much is this going to cost? Because I knew this wasn't being offered to me for free, right? And they gave me the dollar amount, and I said, nope, don't need it. Thanks for calling. But in my 20s, I probably would have tried to round up the money, and this is a big name, and I should do it. But as you go through the motions and you realize how important you are as a person, and it doesn't matter if you have a tribe of 1,000 followers or 1,000,000, you're building something that's your own, and you don't need other people you don't need to pay other people to make your dream happen.
You're strong enough at that point to...
You can do it in your own way. And like what you and I are doing, I would much rather sit down with you, partner with you, reach out to your network than to, 1,000,000 people that don't know me and really don't...
Give a crap?
Yeah. And pay $10,000. No, thanks.
This is for free. Free, and you get tea.
And I get tea.
And presents.
And presents. My God.
It's a good
It's going to be a weekly podcast.
Damn it.
Monica Graves.
All right, in 6 months, I'm charging everybody $10,000. That's it. So that actually good. So we've covered some challenges that we've both faced, and it's and I've watched how hard over the last year. I guess it's been 6 months to a year. how hard you work to promote your business. And I won't say it's effortless, but your passion is so apparent that I think it's effortless on the other person's part to feel that and want to help and work with you and what have you. At some point in your business, with the Glamjulz incarnation, did you have a pivot point? Did you start out one way and kind of go, I need to go left a little bit?
Mm-hmm. That's actually happened in the last 3 years. I feel like sneezing now. What is this? Oh, I hate holding back a sneeze.
Let her rip.
Should we let... It's okay. It's gone. So
you scared it away.
Yeah, and we've talked about this too. We've both lost our dads, and I lost my dad in 2012, and that was a big turning point for me because it actually immobilized me. And my business is all about feel good, empower other women.
You have to get out there
give them the sunshine on a rainy day. I want to be the person that when you meet me, you feel better than before you met me. I always want to be that person. Yeah. I couldn't give that. It was devastating to me because I realized, but in that devastation, I realized that is who I am in my business. This is what Glamjulz is all about. I don't think I even really knew what it was all about until I couldn't give it anymore. Mm-hmm. So lots of bad things happened. I lost money. I couldn't work. I couldn't stop crying. All those things. It was real, and I couldn't do it. And I couldn't imagine how people get a week off of work after their dad dies, and they got to go back to their desk and do a job. Mm-hmm. I just drowned in this sorrow, right? And then a lot of other bad things happened that year. Close friends started dying. Boom, 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 boom. And I said, why me? Why is this happening to me? This is not fair, and I hate this, and I hate this world. So now I'm feeling angry, and I'm feeling hatred, and I'm feeling stuff I never felt before. Yeah. And then a very good friend said to me, Monica, had these other things not happened right after losing your dad, we would all be losing you to a mental breakdown because you lost your father. These are all gifts because they're a distraction from you mourning your dad, and that's not such a bad thing right now. And I'm like, oh my God, she's absolutely right.
Fantastic
and
point.
That just turned my whole way of looking at things around. Mm-hmm. And I started to laugh at everything. I'm like, my dad died. That's a joke. Like, he was supposed to live forever. I can't believe this happened. Yeah. Started laughing. This friend, this happened. This friend, this happened. And I just went like, oh my God, we really don't know what the hell's going on around here. This bubble has burst, and I'm coming through the bubble now. Like, I am
reality
going
slapped you upside the head.
Yeah. And now I feel fantastic. Like, I always joke that I have website shame because I'm trying to get and I think I met with you 4 months ago and it wasn't up. So it's going to be up in the next 2 months. So please, listeners, when you look at my site, don't judge me. But it's all, I say that and I'm very hard on myself, but I have to say this website is coming up at exactly the right time because it's all of these life experiences that's helped me to brand who I am and also not care about what other people want my brand to be, because that's another thing that happens when you're unsure and unsteady in your business and you don't really know what you're representing. Other people will tell you what they think you should, and that's okay. But then once you know and that happens, you're a little more like, great, I'm glad it makes you feel that way. Okay, don't need to hear your opinion, but like, you're not looking for it, so it's not coming to you. It's the law of attraction stuff, which we will talk about. That's another
podcast. That might be a group one because there's a few people in on that.
Right.
But it's interesting that you said that because when I started at My Office Canada, MCV Communications took me a little bit, and I was really fortunate that my first client is an amazing man who's still a client to this day. But he has a penchant for being a really good mentor, intentionally or otherwise. And he helped me to stand firm on what MCV Communications was going to do. Because when I launched it, it was going to be, initially, I struggled. Because I have 13 years in healthcare, my first thought was, that's what I should do. I should do healthcare communications and yada, yada, yada. And then, I don't know why, but the 5-year-old in me went, nope, you don't have to rely on that.
Good for you. The 5-year-old knows everything.
Well, not so much because she's a little bit goofy sometimes. But anyway, I think she ate too much paste in kindergarten. So I had a little chat with her and said, you know what? it's okay to rely on that, because it actually makes me unique in communications. Because when I did the research, I found that not a lot of people have the background that I have, because I've got 2 years of the medical office admin program, 10 years as a medical secretary in a variety of specialties, cardiology, respirology, family medicine, whatever. And then I taught the program for 2 years. So, me and anatomy and physiology and pharmacology and all those kinds of things, and the vocabulary that requires are there. And then it also happens to be that I'm a pretty decent writer and editor. And when healthcare pros are communicating, it is so vital that, one, they don't get caught up in their jargon, and two, they are relating to their patients. Right. Or whoever is writing on their behalf is writing correctly. Because if you're writing about tuberculosis and you inadvertently put testicular somewhere, that's a bit of a segue. It makes a difference.
I would say so.
So anyway, but he helped me to be able to communicate that vision clearly. And the same thing with at my office was I was networking like you, and network like a lunatic. And, as an employee, I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But it took 6 months of networking because my story wasn't authentic. I don't know how to...
That's a great way to say it.
My story wasn't authentic. And I had a really hard time delivering my value proposition to people because it wasn't resonating with me correctly.
Yeah. You're trying to put the words together. It's like, what am I doing? Like, okay,
I know
that
what
sounds
I'm doing,
okay.
But
you have a feeling, but you don't know how to put the feeling into words.
It was a huge, long, rambling sentence, which I'm prone to do, don't get me wrong. But when you're networking and you got 30 seconds, not a gift.
Yeah.
And then one day I said, I own a business center.
There it was.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it. I'm not just offering these individual pieces. And I don't know why it took me so long, because I guess I thought business center, that's big. Like, that's big. And it might not be big to somebody who doesn't own one, but when you own one, that's big. And I don't know that I was ready to be that big.
Right. Yeah, it was like your own limitations were getting in the way.
Yeah. And then having to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, it went away.
That's great.
It was a cool day. I still remember that day, standing in, this networking event for the Social Fusion Network, talking to like the 600th person about what I'm doing, and the penny dropped.
Yeah. I'm
like, oh, thank God. That really itched. Like, it just...
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it was scratchy. Anyway, so we've got a few minutes left. So what... And we're going to go back to the business component. We're going to end on a high note, but... What can somebody expect from working with you?
From working with me? Yeah. As in, to what capacity? Like coming to me for...
Because Valentine's is coming up. One of the things would be, what's the process that you go through with somebody to develop a custom piece of jewelry?
Okay, so there's many different things that we do, but what some people will do is they'll bring in like 2 or 3 blouses or tops that they got for the season, and they'll want a beautiful piece that they can wear with all 3 of them, something that's versatile, like the piece that I gave you. So maybe one has a high neck, one has a turtleneck, one has a V-neck, and we have styles that can be worn many different ways that can go with any of those necklines. And then maybe one top is red and the other top is fuchsia and the other top is like sky blue. And people, some people say, well, I have these 3, but those colors are not going to work together. And I always say, I will make them work together. You just bring them to me.
Well, because you have the eye and the experience.
And it's amazing how, their colors can live together happily ever after, even when they're, they're from different
seemingly
families.
Disparate, but they're not.
Yeah. And so that's kind of fun. Can do that kind of thing.
I know you've got distributors. How many provinces are you in now?
We're in all provinces. Yes.
Well, look at that, you fancy.
Yes. And a lot of that has happened because I get on the road and I go and meet with people. So they're all the boutiques we sell to are independently owned. We have boutiques, hair studios. There's a couple of online boutiques that carry our jewelry. So. But I've always really been about working with independence. You won't find Glamjulz in a chain store or anything like that. It's like maybe 2 or 3 locations, but Yeah.
It's not chain store material.
No.
I mean, in a very positive way.
Yeah. And the other side of that is that a lot of boutique owners, for instance, we may show colors that are really popular for this season, like what's trending, but you go to Montreal and they don't care what's trending. They want red, and they want it mixed with purple, and they want it mixed with some lime green, and they want it with some orange. Yeah. And that's what I want to do. Right?
I love that. So you customize to each area.
Yeah. We can do it with boutiques as well. Yeah.
Terrific. So the last thing is...
Yes.
It sounds very deep, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. I think I know where you're going, but go on. I think.
Might surprise you.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of as a business owner?
Oh.
Is that right? Is that where you thought it was
proud
going?
of? I think I'm most proud of my bounce back. I think I'm most proud of being exhausted and drained and not sure what am I doing, and maybe I shouldn't do this anymore, and then getting up the next morning after 8 hours sleep and saying, I love what I'm doing. Who the hell said that?
You're going to make me cry because I have those moments.
We all have
frequently.
them. I don't care how much you love something. We all have them.
Well, I had my thunderbolt the other day where I was driving away from here. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, I never would have seen myself doing what I'm doing now. It just wouldn't have entered my consciousness. And I was driving home from another late night and said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I haven't had that come to Jesus moment yet. Been open since May. You think I would have had it earlier, but it was a complete come to Jesus moment where I was
it's now become part of you. You can't get rid of it. It's like cutting off an arm.
I see
it's too bad.
Clearly.
Do we have time for me to tell you a very good short story about that?
We're going a little over, but
okay. So I went to see Wayne Dyer speak before he passed away in Toronto. It was amazing. And he said to me, he said to the audience, see, I felt like he was speaking to me. Jeez. So he said to the audience, a big thing happened in my life this year. I decided that I was finished with public speaking and finished with writing. I had all of my family members over. We had a big dinner. It was very emotional to celebrate the end of my career, that now I was going to retire and this was done. Yeah. He said the emotions around the table were crazy. Like, everybody was just like, what, Dad? What, Uncle Wayne? Oh my God. He said, so we ended in tears that dinner. I went down to my den. And within 24 hours, I'd booked my next tour and started writing my next book. He said, when you have the passion and the fire, it never dies.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah. And it's
it's true. It's like you got to make it work.
You do.
Don't give up ever. Anybody.
So we're gonna interject a little. So one of Monica's not so secret obsessions is with Olivia Newton-John. Yes. And she has a little ode to Olivia. And in specific, which we haven't booked yet, which we need to, we're going to have a Xanadu party. And if you were born after 1982, you probably have no idea what this is. But it contains two of my favorite people, because I absolutely have the biggest crazy crush on Gene Kelly, who we lost years and years ago. So we're gonna end with a little theme song for you.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much. And this won't be the last time you hear from Monica, because we've started a little side project working on understanding and using the laws of manifestation, which is a Wayne Dyer thing. So I'm planning a podcast all about that, because since I've started looking into it, it's just been fabulous. Yeah. So it will not be the last time your dulcet tones are heard across the desk. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Been great.
Here we go. We're going to go with... Is it going to work? We might have to go over a scoochy bit. Come on, Olivia.
Get her over here, Olivia.
What's she doing?
Oh, she's putting in some magic. There we go.
You can't see us, but we're rocking.
We are.
Go, Kira. Go, Kira. It's your birthday.
Oh, I love it.
In all her sparkly wonder.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Oh, she's there. She's coming out of the wall. I'm gonna speak over Olivia and say one thing to any listener that is on the fence or feeling like frustrated. Listen to the words of the song Magic and continue with life. Yeah. My husband and I kissed there, by the way, on our honeymoon.
Where was that?
That was on the Santa Monica Pier.
All right. So on that note, have a great day. This is Elizabeth and Monica from across the desk.